Hello and welcome to a training on how to use the pH strips to develop more customers and ultimately more business partners. What we'd like you to do first is to pause the video and go to your back office of your Living 7.2 site and print off the written version of this training so you can read along and pause the video as you go along and practice some of the techniques we're going to teach you. So go ahead and do that first. Now, first thing with using the pH strips is to have them with you. Make sure you carry them wherever you go. You never know when the conversation is going to lead to the opportunity. You never know who you're going to bump into. So get yourself some pH strips, keep them on you, and keep them on you at all times. Then when you are out and about, look for conversations to come to you. Keep yourself open without having to force the topic. Wait for people to talk about health situations that affect them or someone they know. Once these topics come up, you can open up a conversation about alkalinity. Remember, people love to complain and will often give you a reason to bring up the benefits of alkalinity. Here's an example of how that may work. Someone is complaining about their arthritis, their gout, their diabetes, etc. You simply say, "Joe, have you had your pH tested recently?" They will reply with something like this: "No," or "Why," or "What does that have to do with anything?" You then say, "Well, Joe, I'm working with a company that deals with keeping the body's pH level above 7.2 so they can reverse the effects of whatever disease they are dealing with." Pull out your pH strips and say, "Let's see where you are at." Test them and explain the results. 90% of the people you test will be acidic. Here's what you say: "Joe, by being acidic, your body is a host for disease and may be the reason you suffer from," again, whatever situation, whatever disease, whatever condition that they were suffering from or you were talking about. Then simply ask them, "Would you like more information on how and why to become alkaline?" When they say yes, here's what you say: "Joe, could I get your email address and phone number so I can send you a link to a video that will explain the benefits of alkalinity?" And that's it. You then plug them in and let the system take over and create a customer or a business partner for you. It's that simple. Once Living 7.2 has the mobile application in place, you'll be able to gather their information right there on the spot and begin the process from your phone. Another example would go something like this. They ask you how things are going or what you've been up to or what you do for a living. This could be your answer: "I have been fortunate to start working with a company that focuses on the concept of alkalinity." Now don't say anything more, just wait for their response. Their response will be something like, "What is alkalinity?" or "What is that?" or "What does that mean?" You then reply by saying, simply, "It is a concept that will help eliminate disease. Joe, have you had your pH tested lately?" Wait for their answer of no. You then pull out your pH strips and say, "Well then, let's test it to see where you are at." We would like to note that if at any point you run into resistance, simply stop, change the subject, and move on. Don't sit and argue with somebody. Don't try to convince them of alkalinity. If they're not open to listening to what you have to say and learning more, move on. There are millions of people out there that want to know more and will want your help. So, test them and explain the results. And remember, 90% will be acidic. Here's what you say: "Joe, by being acidic, your body is a host for disease, making you susceptible to things like cancer, diabetes, gout, etc." Then wait for their answer and see where it goes from there. You should have opened the door for a great conversation about alkalinity. And you can always close things up and stop the conversation by asking a simple question. Joe, would you like more information on the benefits of being alkaline? When they say yes, get their email address and phone number and let them know that they will be receiving an email with a link to a video that will explain the benefits of alkalinity. That's it. You then let the system take over and create a customer or a business partner for you. In the rare case that they are alkaline, here's what you can say. That's great. Most people are acidic. Joe, do you know anyone who suffers from cancer, diabetes, gout, etc.? When they answer yes, here's what you say. Joe, they need to look at this information. Can I get your email address to send you a link to a video that explains the benefits of alkalinity? You can view it and then pass it on to those who you think it would help. Get their email and send them a link to your Living 7.2 site and let the system take over. The other situation that will develop is a curiosity about your business. If during your discussions they ask, and let them ask, don't you bring it up, is there a business behind this concept of alkalinity? You simply say, yes, Joe, there is. Would you like some information about it? If they respond positively, you simply say, why don't you give me your email address and phone number, and I will send you a link that will explain it in more detail. Send them a link to your Living 7.2 site or directly to the Living 7.2 compensation overview video. That's it. Don't sit and try to explain how it works. Let the tools of Living 7.2 do it for you. A couple tips. Always show enthusiasm about what you are doing and the income potential, but let the system do the educating. Practice these techniques until they become second nature. Every situation will be slightly different, so prepare yourself by role-playing the language we have provided. Once you have mastered this, you will be able to handle any and all situations. To your success, the team at Living 7.2.